Many students with a disability are struggling with their classwork every day. But if they were able to have a tutor available to them, then it would help them understand the work better. You're in a class reading the math problem off the board and realize that it was super easy, but you look over to a classmate that is struggling because they don't know what the problem is. Many people today have a disability that makes things harder to understand when learning certain subjects in school. Like for people that don't have a disability can ask their teachers for help when they don't understand, but someone that has a special need can't always go to the teacher for help. I myself don't have a disability, but I have worked with children that are on the spectrum. From being around them, I notice their strengths and weaknesses when they are in school because they get frustrated when they don't understand a word or just don't want to do any work. However, when they are in class, they are provided a tutor to help them along the way when doing any of their classwork. And they are only one of the lucky ones because not every child with special needs can have that extra help every day. Special needs children require more help with schoolwork, but tutors can be expensive when the parents don't know what to expect with their child that has special needs. Many schools today don't have a tutor for the kids with special needs, so it makes school 10 times harder for them since it will take them a little longer to understand what the teacher is teaching them. There were approximately 740,000 preschool-aged children in the United States that have been diagnosed with a speech, language, and developmental delays in 2014. According to the Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders, around 20 to 50% of children from different age groups with ASD did not receive special education services in school. When parents find out that their child is going to have a certain disability, they will become scared because they don't know what to expect, especially if they have a low income. Tutors can cost a lot for many low-income families because their child might need more help than expect since they take more time to understand the schoolwork. Keenan stated that special education costs more than twice as much per student as a regular education. A disability that is mainly found in boys rather than girls is autism, and people that have this disability are known to have a really high IQ score. People with autism tend to be antisocial, which leads them to doing most things on their own because they don't know how to ask for help when they get frustrated with a problem. They could require speech therapy, and not every school can provide that because there is a waiting list for kids to be able to have that support. So many parents have to pay for those therapies outside of school, and they aren't cheap. Students that have a disability have an advantage of getting through school easier because they don't need to rely on a tutor to constantly help them in order to get their schoolwork done. Special need kids need that one-on-one communication because in class full of 20 or more kids can be super distracting and make it super hard for them to pay attention. Also, special needs kids need to have speech therapy, and like I said before, there is a waiting list for many kids, but this is beneficial for them because it will help them get through school with the support and knowledge that they can do this. They are smarter than we think, they just need a helping hand. Schools could help children get a better education by helping ones who need the extra push to understand their work more easily. If you think about it, most kids have a career they want to pursue in the future, and they must go to school for a while depending on what they pick. However, the kids that have special needs will constantly need someone to help guide them in order to accomplish that goal. However, there are many kids with special needs that were able to become doctors, scientists, or even a journalist. So famous people such as Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and even Albert Einstein were known for the things they were created for us today. But little did we know they were known to be on the spectrum. Albert Einstein was on the spectrum, which means that he had a hard time with social interaction and some nonverbal communication. But that didn't stop him from being successful in life, and he is known for creating the most famous equation, which is the EC over the square root of 2. And he wasn't able to do it on his own. Steve Jobs was also on the spectrum, but that didn't hold him back from anything because he was able to create the company Apple, which is known all around the world. Jobs was very talented because he was able to create something that everyone would use. He had a small disability, but no one stopped him from succeeding because he was able to get the help he needed. Lastly, Bill Gates is someone very well known. Is also on the spectrum, but not many people knew about it because this man had helped found the software of Microsoft. Gates was able to help put the software together, but he didn't do this alone because he needed help along the way. And that comes to show that he may have a disability, but he can do some amazing things for the world. These three men all had been on the spectrum, and sure, many people don't know that, but it goes to show that they were able to get the help they needed to be successful in life. We can all make a difference now, so why not start now? Many people today with any type of disability don't get the extra help needed to succeed in school, so they fail and don't know what to do on their own, and parents hate to see their children struggle with anything, so why can't they get the help they deserve? So I understand that not everyone will think that this is a big deal, but that's only because not many people know that this is actually an issue in the school system for many kids that are labeled as special needs. All it takes is for someone to help one child at a time so they can have a bright future just like everyone else. So all in all, I want to finish off by saying that many people in the world are struggling in classrooms and think they won't be anything in life. They don't realize that they can be very successful in their life. All they really need is that one person to make the change and help them see the talents they really have. Once they see that, then no one can stop them from being something big in the future, because even they are labeled it as a word that explains that they are different, but they can do the same stuff everyone else can do.